Good morning. I'm Stacey Reno with Southbridge Community Television. We're here today at the Jacob Edwards Library located at 236 Main Street in Southbridge. And we're here to actually have you meet our library director who's been here since 1995, Margot Morris. Good morning, Margaret. How are you doing today?
Hi, Susie. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome, everyone, to the Jacob Edwards Library. We've been at this location since 1914, and we're soon to be celebrating our 100th anniversary. So we are very proud to have this wonderful space on Main Street, right on the corner of Foster. And we welcome you to come inside and check out what we have to offer. We're located in the downtown of Southbridge, which is a Victorian downtown, which is really very beautiful, and we have some really nice space inside to show you. Thank you.
Well, we just came inside from Main Street, just walking into the Jacob Edwards Library. And Margaret, could you please let the folks at home know what they're looking at as they walk in here?
Okay, so this is the first level of the library, and up above is the mezzanine level, and we have a lower level as well. So there's 3 floors to the Jacob Edwards Library. The building was made in 1914 and has been on Main Street ever since. And we have the checkout desk here, which is our information desk, which is the main hub of the library. And this is where most folks go when they just come to the library. If they've got a question, they've a directional question, that's the place to go. On the other side here is the reference desk, and this is where you would have help with research or anything a little more involved. And upstairs is a reading area and some study rooms as well. The lower level then has the children's space and tech processing. And that's basically what the library looks like. Three floors, and the whole library is accessible to the public.
So Margaret, we know that the Jacob Edwards Library does offer a lot of programs and services, and we're in here right now looking at one of them. Could you explain?
Right, we're in the west room in the library, which is called the reading room, and this is the area where we have our large type books and our periodicals. And this is also the space where we use for a lot of our programs. And this is our most successful program, running more than 3.5 years already. It's called Knitting with Sonia, and Sonia is here and she leads this group. And it's a group of folks from the community who like to knit together. It's a drop-in program. It's on every Tuesday from 10:30 until 12:30. So it's a really a fun program where, you know, there's no commitment. You can just drop in with your handcraft. It doesn't have to be knitting. You can. A lot of the ladies here are even doing crochet and stuff like that. And people can get some assistance with how to do work in a pattern. There's also DVDs in the collection and books to supplement this program. So that's why I think this has been one of the most successful ones, because we have so much material in the collection that actually supports what these ladies are doing here. And I would like to add that it isn't just for women. We've had a couple of guys come and join us on a few occasions, but unfortunately there don't seem to be many around at the moment. But it is definitely an intergenerational program, which can have anybody who'd like to join us. So
that's excellent. They look like they're having a great time over there.
They certainly are. Yes. In the reading room, we have these periodicals, these magazines. The ones in the cover are the newest edition of that particular title, but the older versions are underneath, and they may be borrowed. Until this one is superseded, this stays in the library so that everybody can get a chance to read it while it's still current. And now we're at the reference desk. Stacey, this is Ashley Mallowan, who is the Adult Services Librarian at the Jacob Edwards Library. Stacey, this is
Hi, Ashley. Nice to meet you.
Stacey from the Southbridge Community TV. And Ashley, would you like to tell us what you do here at the Jacob Edwards Library?
Sure. I am the reference librarian here. So basically, if you have any questions about, where you can find a book, maybe you're looking for a book on a specific topic, I can help you with genealogy research using the microfilm machine. Any of those kinds of questions, anytime you can come to me.
Okay, and what if I needed help printing?
Yep, absolutely. Any help with the computers if you're having trouble with one of them, if you're not sure how to print or how to do something. Also, any homework help that a student might need, that's what I'm here for.
And a lot of people now have Nooks and Kindles, and they seem to have some difficulty figuring out how to use them, and also to know if there's any possibility of using the library to get a free book as opposed to having to buy it from either Amazon or Baker and Barnes and Noble. Yeah. Could you explain if you can offer any help to people who are doing who are needing to get going on ebooks?
Yep, we do offer free ebooks here through CW Mars. They're available for Kindle, for Barnes & Noble Nook. You can get them on your iPad or iPhone or on your Android device. And if you have any trouble working through it, we have some brochures here that walk you through the process, and I'd be happy to help you navigate that.
And I hope you're getting the idea that Ashley is our tech person on staff, and you will be very well served to talk to Ashley. We also have some materials available that we have on brochures. So if you need help just getting started on the iPad, iPhone or iTouch, we've got brochures that will help you as well. So it'll reinforce the message of the assistance that Ashley can give you as well. Thank you, Ashley.
Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you, Ashley.
Me too. Thank you.
So Margaret, I've really enjoyed the tour so far of the Jacob Edwards Library. There just seems to be a lot here to offer. Now, where are we now?
This is our computer room where we have 6 computers here in this area. 4 here on the back wall are for 60 minutes, so it's quite a good time for usage. And then we have 2 short-term use computers over here for people who just want to jump on to check their email. And people find that convenient because not everybody has internet access. We have the 24/7 Wi-Fi available within the library and outside on the perimeter of the whole building. But not everybody has a device that's internet accessible. So some people come here to use our computers, and also we have printing available from here as well. So not everybody has printing, so they can come to the library, either access their internet account and print from there, or they can bring a USB drive and print off from here. I'd also like to point out, just as we're here, we have a microfilm reader printer, and this is really convenient for storage purposes. We have 35mm films, which we have mostly the Southbridge Evening News and the precursor titles on this 35mm film. And we have a reader and a printer here, which is really nice, and also it can be sent through email. So folks are really doing a lot of research themselves, especially people doing genealogy. So they find that they need to go back to older newspapers, historical papers, and they can do that here. And they don't even have to print out. As I say, they can even email it to themselves.
Fantastic.
So Stacey, we're now here, still on the first floor, just on the left as you come in from Main Street. And this is the information desk. And it really is the area of the library where you'd most be inclined to go first.
Okay.
It's where you get your library card from. It's where you'd find out any quick directional questions that you might have to know where anything is located. And it's also like right in the paths, the main thoroughfare of the library. Right now, we've my colleague Liz Gendro in the background checking out some patrons with books.
Excellent. Okay, Margaret, I see that we came upstairs to the mezzanine level. Can you please tell the folks at home what is up here for them?
Well, we have 2 study rooms, which you've just seen, and also we have the non-fiction collection. This is the fact book collection that we have. Here we're looking at the oversized books. These are larger than the regular size book, and they've kept in a separate collection. We also have biographies up here, and then all the Dewey Decimal numbers from 0 to 999. I'm sure everyone is curious to know what's at the back side of the book drop. Well, here you go. This is what it looks like, and you can see that the books come down a chute and they're collected into a receptacle that can depress, depending on the weight that's on it, it will lower down, so it can accommodate quite a number of materials. And it's one of our jobs that we do twice a day, to empty the book drop, so that we're constantly making sure that the books and the other materials such as DVDs, CDs, games, etc. are continuously in circulation.
Okay, Margaret, now we're downstairs at the ground floor where I see we have our children's room behind us. Could you tell us more about down here?
Okay, so this is the lower level if you're coming in from the parking lot. It's called the north entrance, and we have a power door and handicapped access from this level of the library, and it also leads you to the elevator just for those folks that need to use those services. And behind us here is the children's room, and some of our staff are in place, and let's go and meet them.
Okay, so now we're in our children's room.
Yes,
this
the
is a
fun
great
part
space
of the library. So we have two of the staff from the children's room here, and this is Kimberly Usselman on my left, who is the children's librarian. Kim has been with us since January, so she's relatively new, but she's really finding her feet very quickly. And then this is Kathy Lapriori, who is well known in Southbridge and has lived here all her life. So Kathy and Kim are two of the staff that work in the children's room and provide all the services that we can provide, including the wonderful decorations that you'll see as we walk around. The children's room is, without the decorations, it's a whole different place, but with all these decorations, as you can tell, Stacey,
it's very
really
festive
has
in here.
A lot of life. And the staff is always making things ahead of time for programs, for future programs, and Kathy has just been cutting out something here for the next program. Kim, maybe you'd like to just mention the programs that we have here.
Sure. We always have our program flyer right here on our desk. So now it's also available online, but if you come in, there's a copy that you can take. And so some of the ongoing programs that we have are Pajama Storytime on Monday nights. On Wednesdays, there's Crafty Wednesday all day. That's what Kathy and I are preparing right now. We actually have, when you're touring, there's a whole bunch of the future crafts are on display, so you can see each week what we're going to do. So that's a drop-in program. You can stop by any Wednesday, anytime, all day, and do a craft with us.
And all programs at the library are free?
All programs at the library are free, and you don't have to register for any
That's
of them.
wonderful.
And so Wednesday mornings, we also have our preschool story time. We call it Super Kids, and that's Wednesday mornings at 10:30. Thursday afternoons, our after-school program is a Lego club, which we just started. We're very excited about it.
Oh, wonderful.
I don't know if Margaret told you, but she did some excellent work and applied for some grants for us, and she just received them, so it's very exciting. And then Friday mornings, we have our baby time program, which is our baby and toddler program for 0 to 3.
So as you can see, we've got a lot of innovative and very diverse type of programming at the library. You saw that we had the knitting in place this morning, and it seems to attract a lot of ladies, but as we mentioned, it's not exclusive to ladies. Anybody can join. And now here you're listening to Kim talk about all the various programs for the various age groups that are under 12, because the children's room is basically for the under 12s in the community. And one of the things that I would like to point out is that the library has a newsletter, and it's an electronic newsletter. So you can go on our website, jacobedwardslibrary.org, and just sign up with putting your email address in the box. And that way you'll get the once a month update on what's happening at the library and some future programs, so that you can know ahead of time. But the staff is very good about making posters and doing some advertising. Now you're surprised, here we are sitting at the Bruins table.
Yes, I like this.
This was a grant that we got last summer from the Boston Bruins as part of our participation in summer reading. So it was really a nice furniture to have, and the kids love it, especially those that are interested in hockey, and we have many hockey fans in the community. So it's another plus. It's just another way of reaching out to the kids and sort of getting them to understand that the library isn't just about books, that we have many other things. As you can see in the foreground here, we've got some bricks that somebody has already made some sort of an artifact. The library is known for its books, but at this stage, with the changes in technology, we have made all the changes, and we talked about ebooks earlier,
Yes.
being able to download them and to have the devices. And certainly in the children's area, the children's are putting on holds on items themselves. If they're looking for a DS game, we have many in our collection, but we don't have them all. So people know how to use the catalogue to place a hold, and this is part of the kids being literate in the electronic age. And you know, it's just the kids
That's
take to
great.
it very, very quickly. I mean, I think it's wonderful to see and you just have to point them to where to go, and
They almost seem like they know more than us these days.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so we're still here on the ground floor nearby the children's room. And what do we have here?
This is the Literacy Volunteers Office, and the town of Southbridge actually supports literacy volunteers by providing free space and some resources to literacy in the community. And it's a wonderful partnership between literacy and the library, and as some of the clients who come to literacy start becoming more confident, they start using the library services and reading in English. They also have an adult basic English program as well, which is very nice to help people in the community. So there's a natural affinity between the two agencies. So let's go and meet literacy volunteers.
That sounds great.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Holly Christo, who is the Director of Literacy Volunteers in Southbridge, and I would like you to meet Stacey Reno
Hi.
from the cable TV.
Southbridge Community Television. How are you doing today?
We're here today promoting the services of the Jacob Edwards Library, but it would be nothing without literacy volunteers as part of our service offering, and we feel particularly pleased to have literacy volunteers located on the lower level of the library.
And
Holly,
we're very grateful to be here, and we're very happy to be part of the library family. It's an amazing working here in the library, and we are just so fortunate to be able to provide these services to the citizens of our town. We provide literacy classes in English for speakers of other languages. We have 2 classes, sometimes 3 classes a week that we run that are just open to anyone who can come by.
on a drop-in basis?
On a drop-in
Oh, that's
basis, they
wonderful.
can come when they can, participate, and then if they can't make the next 3 or 4 classes, that's fine, as long as it's always there available for them when it's convenient.
And is there a charge for your service?
No,
Holly?
our services are all free. We offer, and our services are offered through the vehicle of our volunteer tutors, of which we're always looking for volunteers.
Okay, and do you get sponsorship other than from the town of Southbridge?
Yes, we're sponsored through Literacy Volunteers of Massachusetts, which is funded by the Department of Education, and we're also supported by the United Way of Southbridge, Sturbridge, and Charlton, and the United Way of Webster and Dudley as well, in addition to other grants that we write for our support.
And your service is available Monday through Thursday?
Monday through Thursday, Monday and Thursdays from 3 to 8 p.m., and Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 10 to 5 p.m.
And yes, great,
All
lovely.
right.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.
You're welcome. Thanks. Bye now.
We're now in one of the offices. This is the technical processing area, and I'd like you to meet Lynn Wollstonecroft. Lynn, this is Stacey from the Cable TV.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So, Lynn, would you like to just describe what you do here, what your various functions are?
I receive the books when they come in, and the books are stamped and dated, and then they are attached to records that are on the computer in all the records from Massachusetts.
Right.
And
So
so
it's not
the-
just books, though. You get all kinds of materials. You're in
Right.
charge of everything that comes into the library.
Everything that comes into the library
Is
comes
checked
through
through.
here.
And what else? Are there other functions that you provide for admin?
We do the I do the payroll.
Most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do the bills. We prepare the bills, and we also do the ordering of anything other than books for the library.
Okay, thank you.
And Margaret, walking through here, we have these beautiful works of art. What are these?
Yes, one of the things that we've put in place is a monthly rotating art exhibit. And it can be anything from paintings like you're seeing now to photographs. And we even had a fashion show just recently. So it can be any medium that people work in the form of the fine arts. And it's really quite a spectacle to look at. It's very nice to see the variety and the diversity that we can bring to the library. And every first Thursday of the month we have the reception, and everyone is invited to come. The Friends of the Library are very generous to fund the light refreshments, and it's an opportunity for the community to gather, come together and meet their neighbour, because that's one of the things I think we can do so nicely here at the library, is to provide a large space where people can come in and get to meet people and, you know, just sit and relax, use the Wi-Fi, pick out materials that you'd like to read, and just generally browse. And I think one of the other things is the community place to be in terms of what we're offering. It's all free services. And I'm hoping that one of the things that you'll get the impression of today that you've visited us is to know that it's not all about books anymore. Mm-hmm. The library has moved on from just being a book-based service to being something a lot more comprehensive, offering all the various mediums or media that are on offer, from books on CD, music, CDs, DVDs and games. Mm-hmm. And then as well we have the programming and the opportunity for people to come in and relax and sit here. We're the warm place in winter and the cool place in summer.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes. So thank you for visiting us today, and I'm hoping that your folks at home and the community will come in and check the library out and just see what it is that we're offering. All you need is a library card to borrow materials from here, and that's easily acquired with some photo ID. But if you just want to come in and relax, you're always welcome.
Well, thank you, Margaret, for having us. It was wonderful taking a tour today of the library.
Thank you.